Welcome back to First Flight. On today's episode, we will be talking spoilers and our review of Fantastic Four First Steps. Okay, Jeremy, you
Absolutely.
want to start?
Oh man, you're making me start. I just got out of seeing the movie. I didn't even give it out of theater reaction to it, anything like that. I was thinking about doing that, but I've completely forgot. I slipped my mind. Okay, so First Steps. First Steps was good. First Steps was great. Actually, it was a good movie. I think it was the first well-received Fantastic Four movie. After the low-budget one from the '90s that doesn't exist, um, after the 2000s ones, after the 2015 mess that we got, this is the first Fantastic Four movie that is well-received, kind of all around. Like last time I looked at it, it was in the '80s for critic score
And in the
and
90s
92.
for audience score.
92 for audience score. That's crazy, honestly.
Better than
To
Superman.
see
Superman's at 91
to
right now.
see a Fantastic Four movie do that good, honestly. I'd say that I actually enjoyed it um more than Superman somewhat. I'd say I
I
felt the same
enjoyed
way
it more
about
than
it, but I gave
Superman.
it a higher score. That's kind of my thing. Here's the thing though. Actually no, let's talk about the good stuff first. The good stuff is that the retro futuristic vibe was
Oh, it
well
was
executed.
beautiful.
It
So
was well. It,
beautiful.
it was quite a well executed movie, honestly. The cast mostly was very good. Pedro
Mostly.
Pascal. We'll get to that. Pedro Pascal, great job. We'll talk about him later. Vanessa Kirby, all right.
Whoa,
Uh,
whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay,
Joseph
okay.
Quinn,
Okay, no,
yeah.
no, no.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
hold
Do
it
we
right
want to? Do
there.
we just want to? Do we just want to get the dirty laundry out a little bit? I didn't.
Vanessa Kirby was
Um.
the one, if not one of the best parts of that whole. She was amazing as Sue Storm. I, l- she was just amazing in that whole movie. It was just amazing. She gave a performance.
But I would say that Joseph Quinn. I was expecting that. I was like, and he actually
He
ended
was
up being
very
a
good.
pretty good
They actually
character.
made him smart for once, like really
Yeah, he
smart.
actually did
He was
things.
actually useful.
Yeah. And I would say the thing, I think the thing needed a little more, character development, like with the girl,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever her name is.
I
I
can
don't
see
know.
what you're talking about. Yeah,
She just kind of was there. She was in
yeah.
three scenes, I guess. The beard was kind of funny. That was the other thing. Galactus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, they did Galactus correctly. Wow. They didn't have the cloud from Rise of the Silver Surfer. Like,
And
wow, they did it. Like
and
there was
Ralph.
there was a part of it where I literally was like like I was smiling visibly in
Yes.
the theater. Like it was so crazy. It looked so cool. Matt Shackman, definitely with the visual style, really tried to make something
hmm
cinematic, honestly. So that's really cool. The CGI was pretty good. I'd say that. I
Oh,
know
it
that
was
people were saying like the
the
CGI was like the best thing since sliced bread. It was pretty
the
good. I
best
think it was good
Marvel has had.
since
Period. I
Iron
don't
Man.
think there's another.
Since Iron Man.
No, it's better than
Avengers had
Iron
good
Man.
CGI. The
It's
original
be- it's
Avengers, I think
probably
it
the
did.
best. It's
I don't
probably
know.
the best.
What about
Look
Infinity
at the
War
space
Endgame?
scenes. Those space scenes were insane.
You
The
like the
black
black hole scene?
hole.
Oh, okay. It's also
Yeah,
time to talk about Silver Surfer. I actually am a person that appreciates the gender swap. Honestly, I think that it was
I
well
didn't mind it
executed.
at all.
I think it was well executed. I think it added something. Like since like her and Johnny have like a romance like that kind of thing. I think that was cool. I think another thing about Silver Surfer that I was actually very excited about, like or excited to see. Obviously, I didn't see it before, but seeing it in the movie was her surfing. Honestly, like she was visibly surfing, and that was actually really cool. Because in Rise of the Silver Surfer, he just I don't know. I've not really watched that movie in a while. Wasn't he just kind of standing on a surfboard and that was it? And he's like, the surfboard gives me my power. And then like in this one, she was actually surfing and stuff like surfing on like the black hole dust or whatever it
Yeah.
was. So that was cool. Honestly, I think I know, obviously, spoilers. She sacrifices herself in the end. Think she's gonna come back?
Yeah, they'll have Galactus and her come back eventually down the
Okay.
road. They're not gonna just
Yeah.
take them out of one Marvel movie.
Marvel can't let their character. Well, okay, Marvel can let some of their characters die, but they can't let all their characters die. But okay, one thing. Okay, it's time to like get to like some of the baggage. One of the things that was like not great about the movie was that it was, and don't take this wrong. I will explain. Pedro Pascal. I want more of his character. Like that's the thing. He had like he was barely, I don't even know, like he wasn't even the leader. It felt like he was like, usually in Fantastic Four stuff, like he's the leader. Like I've been really like the comics, but for like from the movies, he's always been the leader and stuff like that. And then like in this one, he wasn't really the leader, honestly, and it
Well,
didn't
they're
feel
going
great.
off of Jonathan Hickman's
Oh, okay.
Fantastic Four run where Sue Storm was more in that leadership
Um,
with shared with Reed Richards.
didn't I would say one of the best things, or like things that redeemed it, was the "what would you do in that situation" kind of thing, honestly. And I think that redeemed her, honestly, because it was like the situation of like, hey, I don't really know if this is the situation, but basically it's like, hey, you give up your child and the world will lives, but if you don't give up your child, then everybody dies, like that kind of thing. And I think it really, for both sides, they presented a good conflict, honestly, that it's like, what would you do in that situation? And I think that it was presented that way. And I think that that was actually a really cool plot line that they were able to use. I don't know. I just didn't really like.
The
I think that Johnny Storm, in certain lights, kind of was like, oh, okay. Like I don't know. Like there's Chris Evans, who is good, and then we have Michael B. Jordan, also good. And then we have Joseph Quinn, who I'm like, who is this guy? And then I watch it and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and that's the kind of thing that I felt about Joseph Quinn, honestly, was that it really was like, oh, okay, like that kind of thing where he was smarter. I think that was cool. He had funny moments with Ben Graham and just like the entire family. Um, so yeah, I think that Galactus was honestly one of the best things about the movie,
oh
honestly,
yeah,
because they actually well executed him and stuff like that.
his
Like the
voice
weird
was
lava in his,
insane.
yeah, it sounded like this when he talked, kind
Ralph
of,
Ineson with that voice was great.
falling here. I'm going to destroy the earth. I don't know. I don't completely remember, but yeah, honestly, I think that this is definitely just like like the best received. I don't necessarily know if it's like my favorite. I'd have to like think more into that, but honestly, I think it's the best made of all of them. 20th Century Fox is definitely crying right now because they're looking at this. Well, they actually might have had an influence in the movie. I don't know, but 20th Century Fox, especially for the 2015 one, mishandled Fantastic Four. Like the 2000s ones weren't necessarily mishandled. It's just like they were just campy, honestly. And I think that
Yeah,
a certain kind of camp should come with Fantastic Four. I just think that the humor, at least most of it, was well executed in this movie because a lot of the jokes were
yeah,
actually like funny and stuff like that. It's not that the 05 ones were bad. It's just there was just a level of camp that would definitely came with it being a 2000s superhero movie and stuff like
yeah.
that, because there were some of those in the 2000s that just weren't good, honestly. So I think that this definitely shows that modern Marvel can be really good. I think
Yeah,
that Thunderbolts is the same way, honestly, where it
they
shows
put out two
you,
great movies
yeah,
in
you
the
feel
last
like,
2 months.
yeah, like you feel like the modern Marvel like burden on you, but you're also kind of like, this is actually like surprising almost, like when it comes to that feeling. So that's, yeah. What about you? What's your review?
I love this movie a lot, but to me, I wouldn't put it over Thunderbolts. I don't have it over
Man,
Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts just was such a breath of fresh air with the more dark and gritty tone that we
yeah,
were
it's like
missing in
early
the
month.
MCU for a while. And I just love the story. The characters were hilarious. That movie was amazing.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four is right up there within my MCU movie rankings. I'll put the link down in the description so you guys can check that out and leave a comment on what you guys think about that ranking. So just to get back to it, it was just I love the retro futuristic setting. The set design was impeccable. It was beautiful and the characters were amazing. I loved all the actors that played them. I thought they did an incredible job. I liked the idea of the heartache with Galactus wanting Franklin, but the parents don't want to give him up. And
what
then
would you
the
do? Like that kind of
people
thing. What would you do in that
in the world are
situation?
like,
Yeah.
hey, why aren't you giving up your son for all of humanity? It was just a very
Hmm.
great movie. I like the final battle sequence is pretty good. It's not amazing,
Hmm.
amazing, but it was really good. But I really liked all those teases that they were setting up during the movie with
Hmm.
when Sue Storm was at that world meeting or something and they showed Latveria and there was
Yeah, with
no
MP.
one sitting there.
Yeah,
So I remember I was just like shocked when that was like, oh no. And then Franklin was pretty cool. He didn't really do it. He did do something at the end, but he was just
at the end.
mainly there because he's a baby. But the opening 10 minutes are probably my favorite part of this whole movie. I love the montage of them saving the city. I love just how the movie opens. They go and you see all the fans are like people in the street like thank you Fantastic Four. It really shows their celebrity status, which I really like. And I really like that they skipped over the origin story because it gave us more of
Like
just
Superman.
I don't yeah, I really like the idea of that. I really like the feeling of that they didn't show them get their powers, they just had the audio of it. I really like that
It's a
idea. It was
comic.
to hear
It's
them
like,
like, "Oh no,
yeah,
what's happening? What's happening?" I just really liked it. And like
it's
it
like the
showed like
comic book
the
fans.
before yeah, it showed like the before footage of them getting on the rocket. I really liked that. It looked like the old retro
Yeah,
film. That
that was
was
well
really
done.
cool.
That was well done.
And Matt
Yeah,
Shackman, we already kind of knew that going into this that he was really good with those like period piece things
like from the
because he did
'60s.
WandaVision. He
Yeah.
did WandaVision and he was the set design for that was great for the sitcom episodes. So you kind
Mhm.
of knew what he was gonna do. But that movie was very, very good. I have it in my top 10 Marvel movies just
Oh, all
for
time.
reference. Yeah, of all time, I have it in the top 10.
Okay.
So just go check it down in the
Woo!
description.
Is it because it's
Give
the
me your
first good
thoughts
Fantastic Four movie?
on that. So, no, I don't think it's the first good Fantastic Four movie because
What was
I liked '05's Fantastic Four movie. It's not bad.
what Silver Surfer?
I haven't seen that movie in a while, so I don't really know
Rewatch
yet.
it.
But
Rated PG.
this This movie is definitely the best by far, in my opinion. Fantastic Four movie is not even close.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Shackman did a great job. Now that
Yeah. Bring him back.
it's crazy
Honestly.
now that for the last two films, Marvel really got two of their best directors
Yeah.
that they've ever had, in my opinion, with Jake Schreier and Matt Shackman. So hopefully we see Matt Shackman get more opportunities as a director in the MCU, like Jake Schreier did with X-Men now, which that movie's
Mhm.
going to be insane. I feel
Yeah, that's really
that
cool.
movie's going to be
Yeah.
so good. But
Yeah.
okay, how do you feel about that scene with uh Franklin reviving Sue?
That was cool. I think it was definitely a unique choice to not like show him using his powers or anything, and just him looking normal, and
Yeah,
her just coming back to life and stuff like that. So that was that was pretty cool. Honestly, I actually will say you talking about Thunderbolts and stuff like that. One thing I will actually put Fantastic Four over Thunderbolts for was the stakes. I think that the
yeah,
stakes
yeah,
were
because it was the end of the world
executed.
for this
Yeah, like I
movie.
think that Thunderbolts definitely felt like, and I and you obviously know how I feel about Thunderbolts and stuff like that. We saw it in the theater with friends and stuff like that. But one thing I will say about Thunderbolts is that it was definitely like a movie that's in the '70s for Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that. I don't know, like it's the certain feel to it where it's not like the greatest thing ever, but it's also not a bad movie by any stretch of the thing. And I think a movie, oh gosh, no, the world's not ready for that take. I'm trying to think of a movie that's comparable to that, honestly. Like that's like what would you say? Like Iron Man 3. Like I think Iron Man 3, I think Thunderbolts is a somewhat better movie than Iron Man 3 kind of, but I think that it's one of those movies where it's in that category and stuff like that. We're not going to talk about Thor: The Dark World right now and how my rewatch of it actually changed my
Terrible. Terrible.
My rewatch actually made me like that movie.
Yeah, my rewatch changed my opinion
And
too.
the
At first,
comments
I
are
didn't
gonna start
mind it.
coming saying I don't know what I'm talking about.
Then I rewatched it and it sucked.
I don't know. It's like
That
it.
movie was terrible.
I don't know. Like it was filmed well. I think that my thing is that
No, it
like
was
the
awful.
bad guy looked so weird, and then like his face got burnt, and I'm like, oh, he kind of looks cool now. Like he had a cool cape. Yeah, like Malekith, was he even a comic character? Like I don't even
I
know.
have no idea.
Anyways, getting back on Fantastic Four, I also like the thing of them not really like being afraid to name drop like the weird villains, and
Yeah,
be
like
like
Red Ghost.
it's not edgy enough or anything like that, like 2000s Marvel kind of, but like they were willing to be like, hey, it's a comic book character. Like it felt like even like skipping the origin story, it's almost like, hey, we know that Fantastic Four fans are going to be coming and seeing this movie. Why don't we just make it a comic book movie
Yeah.
and stuff like that? And I think that that's one thing. It can sometimes be a risky move because you're putting away like the action movie audience and stuff like that. I feel like I thought about it today at a time. Superhero movies are a weird thing. Like, why is a movie like Captain America Civil War, why is it not accurate to the comics? Well, one, because Iron Man makes money, and like it do you know what I'm talking about? Like it's one of those things where it feels like people are sometimes either afraid or just they want to appeal to a certain audience, honestly, that's not just the diehard comic book like comic book fan. Do you get what I'm talking about? It feels like it was in the 2000s and somewhat in the MCU where like there's a movie like Iron Man that was executed well because it was an action movie that
Yeah.
also happened to be a superhero movie. Captain America: The First Avenger. It's like that was kind of more of a comic book movie, but still had the action movie elements in it. Do you get what I'm talking about? That's why I think Grounded Marvel is so great because it's almost makes me feel like I'm that kind of a superhero movie fan when it comes to it, where it's sometimes grounded and like almost like an action movie, but it has superheroes in it and stuff like that. And even sometimes can have a certain message or something like that. That's probably why I liked the Snyder DC movies and stuff like that. Some of the messaging was not great in those movies, like Man of Steel, but at least I disagreed with it, but I think that that's just my feelings on it. Do you kind of agree, or like it felt like that, like especially with movies like Superman and Fantastic Four, they were willing to be like, this is a comic book movie. Why don't we appeal to the comic book audience and stuff like that, and not really be afraid anymore? Do you agree with that somewhat?
I'm I'm fine either way, honestly. I do like the idea of more comic booky, but I also don't mind the feeling of more action and more real life
You're reading Winter Soldier
feeling.
right now, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, it's definitely more of an action movie feel in
Yeah.
certain scenes. Yeah, that's good. That's really
So
good, actually. Okay,
now
about
talking about the mid credit scene.
the mid credit scene, because the post credit scene
Oh,
wasn't that good. uh, you know it wasn't. That was not. It was just a cartoon and like
no,
Flash
that was not
for
the
some of it.
post, the mid. The mid.
No, I was talking about the post credit scene. Did you see the post credit scene?
Yes, I saw the post
Was
credit
the it
scene.
was the cartoon. It was just kind of
Yeah.
what I mean,
No,
it was
no
a
one cares
classic
about
post
that
credit
one.
scene
Everyone
where
cares about the
nobody
mid.
cares about it, where you don't have to stay around and watch it. It's just kind of a haha, look at that. But no, the mid credit scene. Yeah, yeah. I was like,
Yes. That is the one that
and then I didn't
out
see
of
his
theater,
face, and I was like, because that would be
out
the
of
most
theater,
expensive 5 seconds ever.
out of theater
Yeah,
was like, oh, we were going crazy. We were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
yeah,
Now that
it
I
was
have
good.
some, you want to jump into some theories about that with Doctor Doom showing up at the end?
Sure.
Uh, you want to
What you got
start
for
or
me?
do you want me to start?
You start. I don't really
Yeah,
have any
so
theory.
I was thinking, I was talking with some of the friends that went to see it with me on Thursday, last Thursday. Uh, and I brought it up that I think that Robert Downey Jr. is playing the Doom in their universe, Universe 828. I think he's their universe, uh, Doctor Doom. And we also, one of the friends that went with us came up with the idea that the reason why Franklin was touching Robert Doctor Doom's face was to heal it. so that he can look like Tony Stark, so that he looks
Oh,
himself again. So
okay.
that's what
That's interesting.
our theories were, and that leads to the Thunderbolts post credit scene. In my opinion, is that the ship that you saw is actually uh gonna be Doctor Doom,
Mm,
Franklin Richards, the 20th Century Fox X-Men, and the Fantastic Four all going to Earth 616. So I
okay.
think it's all of them in that one ship.
Mm, okay. Yeah, I think that okay, my only question would be why are they all going together? I guess. Like why are they
Yeah,
all on it? I was expecting for some reason I was hoping that the post credit scene, like the mid credit scene or post credit scene, either probably post credits because that's how I imagine those kind of things. It's just like they're gonna be like, who's that on the ship? Like either Yelena or like somebody, like even the Fantastic Four would be like, who's that on the ship? And you're just gonna see a silhouette walk out with like a cigar and like weird kind of hair and just go like that. Like that would have made me so happy. But here's the
no,
thing
I
though.
want
That's cool
Doctor
seeing
Doom
Doctor
all the
Doom. I was like
way.
I was like,
If I didn't get Doctor Doom, I was gonna be a little bit let down.
if it wasn't about
Like if it
Doomsday.
was the
It's
X-Men,
feeling.
that'd been cool, but Doctor Doom
Yeah.
was the one reason
Well, I'm
that this
somewhat
movie
rewatching through
was.
the X-Men right now, so I guess I have more of a soft spot for the X-Men. But
I
yeah,
honestly don't really care about the X-Men at this point. I really
there are
don't.
movies you should watch though
I'll
in the
care about the
series.
X-Men when they actually become in the
Canon.
MCU,
Well,
when
when
Jake
it's Jake
Schreier actually
Schreier.
directs
What about like the you saw the
the
first
X-Men
one,
movie.
right? Like from the
Yeah,
from
it was
2000.
okay.
Did you ever see two?
No,
Two was actually pretty good, honestly. I recommend two. Last Stand, people don't like it, so that's just a warning. I rewatched it. And I was like, I don't know. I have a weird taste in superhero movies, honestly. I think that you've experienced that from this very conversation right now. But I don't know, like Origins Wolverine, I used to like it, now I'm kind of on it. The one where he goes to Japan is also actually it was pretty good. Some stuff to skip, but it was a pretty good movie. Days of Future Past was another one. Have you ever seen that one?
nope. I've only
It was
seen X1
it's
and
kind of terrible.
Apocalypse.
Oh, I'm so very sorry.
Honestly, don't.
My sister liked Apocalypse for some reason. Wait, no, you also saw
I
Dark Phoenix.
yeah, okay, we'll count
Also,
it as the
again,
X-Men movie. Okay.
my poor friend. Dark Phoenix. Oh man, like I'm sorry that that's one of the only three X-Men movies that you've ever seen. That's kind of sad. But
I'm
at least
just
you didn't
waiting
have to say the
for
only one I've
Jake
ever seen was The
Schreier's.
Last
That's
Stand.
the one that
Next
I'm
try.
waiting
He's
for.
gonna add a good grounded element to it. It's probably gonna be like the '90s series, but edgy. Like I think that that's
He
probably
also
what it's
said
gonna
that
be
it's
like.
going to be way more youthful than
Okay,
uh the 20th Century Fox
so it's gonna be
X-Men
like when they're
movies.
all like teenagers and X-Men
Yeah,
Evolution,
which
which I
I
don't know
like.
what
I
that
like
is,
that.
but
I
yeah.
like that a lot.
Just
Get more.
introduce like Jubilee, like do that. I don't know.
He probably
Maybe
will.
that's just me,
Probably will.
probably not really being an X Men comics nerd. Like I have like the manga, and I own Days of Future Past and stuff like that. I also recently got a Japanese Wolverine comic that's like very like scratch has a very like scratchy art style. That was actually it wasn't actually a manga. It was actually just like from left to right. Actually, I think it was back in 2003. They had some Japanese guy do a comic and it was in black and white, and then they remastered it in color. So honestly, that was actually pretty interesting. But as long as they don't make Wolverine a child, that's cool. That would be weird. But yeah, I don't know. So I know you love Jake Schreier. It's like his style.
Yes.
It's funny because he's only done like a few other movies, right?
I'm pretty sure that was his first movie, but he did a TV show for Netflix, Beef.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it kind of was like a wild card choice, honestly, and it actually like would you say that's kind of what it was? It was like a wild card. Like they're really like his visual style is kind of cool, and you know the show. I don't know what the show is honestly. Like Disney may have been like, hey, the show was good, so you know maybe we should just gamble it
Yeah,
on this guy. Like it's grounded, possibly. I don't know. I've never watched Beef, I guess, but like
I haven't watched it either.
I don't know what that is. I might have heard about it from you, and that was it. But I thought he did another movie, but if you say he didn't, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But okay, what other stuff about like either Fantastic Four or Doomsday even, honestly. Like I think if the
I
X-Men come
just
in their
I
comic
can't
accurate,
wait.
like cool.
Like for Doomsday, there's gonna be a lot of characters, but
Yeah.
I think I'm totally fine with that. I can't wait for this movie.
Infinity
That
War did it.
movie is gonna be it's gonna be something special with
It's gonna be interesting.
Robert Downey Jr. coming back.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be a welcome back, honestly. I guess
That theater
it's gonna kinda
experience
be
is gonna
like
be insane.
you might hate me for this. It's gonna kinda be like you remember when what's his name? Logan? Hugh Jackman? You remember when Logan was supposed to be his swan song?
Don't do this. No.
And then Ryan Reynolds convinced him to come back for Deadpool and Wolverine, which was well received. I'm not gonna say it was not well received.
Well,
I
if you
just
think
hope
of it,
I just yeah.
those X-Men movies aren't canon in the MCU. So, and
No, I don't. I don't
Wolverine
think they were.
in Deadpool and Wolverine is not from that X-Men universe. He's not from
Yeah.
that universe. He's from
I
another
hope he
one. So
shows up. I at least hope he shows up. I don't know if you're gonna be able to convince Hugh Jackman to do that, but no, I
he'll
think that
definitely show up in Secret Wars. That movie he'll definitely show up in.
Venom is gonna
I
show
don't
up
know
too,
about
right?
Doomsday. He might show up in Doomsday.
Well, Venom, he said he might.
No, no, I'm talking about
Oh, Wolverine.
uh
I
Wolverine.
think the Robert Downey Jr. thing could be well executed. I just don't want them to go full like fan service with it and just be like, look, it's Robert Downey Jr. and like that kind of thing. I think if the Russo brothers are heading it, and we saw what they did with Infinity War, then
And was
that
a soldier.
yeah, and Winter Soldier. I thought you were gonna say Endgame and it was gonna get really heated.
And Infinity War and Endgame. They haven't missed. So they're not
uh,
gonna miss now. I don't think they're gonna
no,
miss.
you know what's funny is that I didn't like I like complained and like somewhat like blamed it on the time travel element in Endgame and in Days of Future Past I'm completely fine with it. But no, I think that isn't Venom gonna show up?
I don't know.
I think
No
he
one
should.
knows.
I think that the Sony wait, what happens if Madam Web shows up?
No,
Hey,
no,
she's
that
like
they're
the
not gonna
garter of
do
the
that. No one
Spider
wants that.
Verse, right?
But uh,
um
by the way, Spider-Man Brand New Day is starting
Ooh,
filming on Friday, August 1st.
I
They're
can't
filming
wait.
August start filming August 1st. And also Blade is supposed to start filming in 2026. So
Who's directing it? We
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Hopefully, fingers crossed that it comes out. And also from the same guy, he's he gets a lot of oh wait, okay. This
Why don't
guy,
they yeah.
Daniel RPK, is really good at being right on what his rumors are. He's very trustworthy with his rumors. And he said that Ghost Rider has already been cast in the MCU, but they aren't going to reveal it yet.
Agents of
So
Shield
I really hope it's Ryan Gosling. I really
is
hope it's
Ghost
Ryan
Rider?
Gosling playing
Get the guy from
Ghost Rider.
Agents of Shield to do it. Like, is Agents of Shield
I,
canon? Kind of.
people say yes, people say no. Who
Apparently, it did
knows
Secret
at this
Invasion
point?
better than actual Secret Invasion did. But
Secret Invasion is terrible.
I have never seen it, and actually, I saw like a little bit of it. My
I
dad
watched the
was
first
watching it.
episode, and actually
I
no.
think he watched
I
the
watched the
entire thing.
first two episodes,
Looked like it's
then
just
just
a
got
lot of
bored.
CGI, and that was it. That's how we describe Quantum Mania, right? A lot of
That movie's
CGI
terrible.
and
I hate
Jonathan
that movie.
Majors, and that's it.
That
Jonathan
movie's
Majors
terrible.
was like the 50 Rotten Tomatoes, and Paul Rudd was like the one in the 51. At least back, wasn't it 51 Rotten Tomatoes?
I think it's
It was like the
51.
worst reviewed movie. Like
It was
first was
awful.
Eternals, then was Quantum Mania, then was Brave New World, which it's like it deserved it and it didn't deserve it at the same time. I don't know. I
Well,
think
did you hear what Kevin Feige said why Captain America Brave New World failed?
why
Because Chris Evans wasn't Captain America, which I agree.
I can agree
You
with
know,
that, but it's
If
just also the
Chris
movie
Evans
just
Captain
wasn't.
America was there, that would have made money.
It's just the movie also
And the
just
thing was,
wasn't
the script was
that
not that great.
good. Yeah, wasn't it like
That was
three
barely a
shots?
Captain America movie. That was
Yeah,
more
just Falcon
Incredible
and
Hulk
Falcon.
2.
It was just Falcon and younger Falcon, and hey, look, the leader's back, and that's about it. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, it's obviously sad that William Hurt is gone. Obviously, I think
yeah,
Harrison Ford was fine. I think he did
yeah. He was
fine.
fine.
I think that Red Hulk CGI was a little weird, and maybe that's just what it would look like if there was a Red Hulk. But like, compare Red Hulk with Edward Norton
Oh yeah,
Hulk.
I
like I
love Ed
remember, I
Norton's
remember
Hulk. I
Portal
love the look
Crew.
at it.
I
It
remember
was
Portal Crew
amazing.
saying that he looked very like cartoonish in a way, but like I think,
It was
and
more
they were also
comic
saying
booky.
that if they made it cartoonish but realistic, I admit maybe that's not the way to describe it, but like the cartoonishness still looked very like it existed, honestly,
Yeah.
and that's pretty cool. Looked better than Ang Lee's baby faced Eric Bana Hulk. It's not that Eric Bana's bad. I'm just saying that movie was just oh boy. Did you ever see that one?
I don't think so. I don't
There's the
think I've
one where
seen it.
the absorbing man was the bad guy. It was his dad.
Yeah.
His dad was the bad
I don't
guy.
think
I
I've
guess he
seen
did like
it.
a bunch of like experiments on his son, like put like needles in him, and like that's how he was able to survive the radioactive like gamma stuff. CGI was not. Oh, that was a weird movie. I did that movie makes me feel uncomfortable. Like I don't know. Like there are certain things like Sonic Colors Ultimate that's like it makes me feel uncomfortable for some reason. Ang Lee's Hulk was just weird. Like I don't know. I don't like. Why has Hulk never been able to be? And you're gonna get unhappy with this. Why has Hulk never been able to be adapted onto screen, other than like in Avengers and stuff like that? Not in She-Hulk, I'll tell you that. But like, why has Hulk never been able? Like, I guess there's another kind of Fantastic Four thing. Even though Incredible Hulk was better
Okay, so you
received than
want to know
any of the
why?
preceding ones. Why?
You know why that Hulk can't get his own, well, he can get his own movie, but
Is Edward Norton wanted
Universal
to
would have to
rewrite?
distribute it. Universal would have to distribute the movie.
Wait, why? Oh, is it like a Spider-Man thing? Where
Kind
like
of.
Sony
Yeah,
is
they
literally like holding on to Spider-Man, like they will not let go of it.
yeah, Hulk
Oh
can
man,
only
what?
have a movie if Universal distributes it.
Oh my gosh, please just let Disney make a Hulk movie. Wait, I
I'm
mean,
totally
wait,
fine with
how
not
is
a Hulk
She-Hulk
movie.
able to be produced then?
That's
How
a
is
good
She-Hulk?
question, but I do know about Hulk
That's a good
that
question that I
Universal will
don't want
have
to know the
to.
answer to.
I think it's because they can
That's not
have
technically Hulk.
them show up in like a show and a movie, but they can't make a real movie without
Oh.
Universal distributing it. It's something like that. Something really weird.
Yeah, it's weird that the some of the only good Marvel movies, or a lot of the good Marvel movies, are made by Marvel Studios. Like, I
Yeah,
think that
shocking.
Sony's
Because
done a good job in the past, other than Spider-Verse.
yes,
Sony did a good job in the past, and then there was
bring back
Venom.
TASM 3.
Then there was Venom 1. Venom 1 was good. Venom 2 was literally one of the worst superhero movies. One of the worst movies. Well, maybe just superhero movies that I've ever seen. Never seen the third one. I think I know what the ending is because I heard about it, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But like, we've got bangers like Morbius and Madam Web and Craven the Hunter. Like, Sony doesn't know how to do it anymore, man. Like, I mean, the older ones already like. Oh boy, I know you're gonna get so angry, man. For what would happen if Marvel Studios made an Amazing Spider-Man 3? I'm just gonna direct it because I was about to say that the old Spider-Man movies had their problems and stuff like
I'd be
that.
totally fine.
You remember that
If they
entire
ever
thing with
bring
like Amy
Andrew Garfield
Pascal?
back, I'd be the happiest man
Yeah,
alive.
if Andrew Garfield was in it, Emma Stone wouldn't be in it, but yeah, well, maybe as Carnage. Did you see that Bulletin Blockbusters video
Yes. I
that
actually,
she was possibly going to
it's
come back as Carnage?
crazy, but that would have been really cool
It
to
would have
see to
it
me.
would have been okay.
Because he finally
Yeah,
gets to say his final goodbye with knowing that this
that
is
would
the
be
end.
conflicting. Yeah, that would be
And
probably one of
seeing
the best
Andrew
parts of the movie.
Garfield act,
It was
his
a lot of
emotional
fun
acting, then that
in
scene
certain
would
ways.
have been intense.
You know how I like do the Uncle Ben thing, right?
Yes.
There are certain moments like that where it's like, well, how would you cry in that situation? No one's a pretty crier except for
I
Jessica
know.
Alba, apparently.
No, they,
You need to cry prettier. Wasn't
it's
that a
like,
real thing? We're just like,
yes,
whoa. Oh my gosh. But like, I mean, Shelley isn't really a great actress, anyways. But I don't know. Like, there's like the "say what you want to say, where you been." Do you remember that? Where it was like Peter was like, it saw his dad. Do you remember that?
yeah. The
That was a
deleted
good
scene.
scene. Why was that deleted? I know that movie was already overstuffed, but apparently it was overstuffed.
I really
Uh,
like Amazing Spider-Man 2. I really love
I
that
think the
movie.
more villains, the better. That's kind of my thing. Like usually, I don't know. Like, would you say that some of the movies, like I'd say Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2, had two villains. They had, well, actually no, Amazing Spider-Man 3 had three villains technically, right?
Well,
They
Amazing
had
Spider-Man.
they had Sandman, they had Venom, and they had technically Green Goblin, but that well, the new Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Look at
And that was, to me, I
little
don't mind
Goblin Junior.
Spider-Man 3. I think Spider-Man 3 is fine.
I
I
think
just really
Spider-Man
like it
3,
just because of Bully
the
Maguire.
quotable
That's
moments.
like the
That's
main
about
reason
it.
I like it.
I think the things about Spider-Man 3 that are good, Venom and the quotable moments, and that's
Oh yeah.
there's certain stuff in them that are good, obviously, but like Sandman. Okay, Sandman.
Sandman
I'll
was
say it.
good. Yeah.
Sandman was so good, but like the villains and Bully Maguire. Honestly, was
Yeah.
there any other quotable people other than Topher Grace saying "I want you to kill Spider-Man"? Like other than asking God to kill Spider-Man. Like other than that, like we have great hits like "I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye" and "Look at Little Goblin Junior, you're gonna cry." Like all that kind of stuff. Like why did Sam Raimi cook it? You remember the dancing scene? Like not like the like that dancing scene, like the snapping, all that. That movie had issues. But
That movie's hilarious to me.
slaps. What's her name? Kirsten Dunst. I mean, like,
That yeah.
bad character, but even I don't condone hitting a woman. But yeah. Kirsten Dunst. I don't know. I think Mary Jane is just a bad character, honestly. Like, would you
Yeah.
agree with that? I mean, Shailene Woodley was going to play her. You were so excited for that, right, Max?
I'm just glad that they don't. I'm glad they didn't show that in Amazing Spider-Man 2, not have MJ.
In
'Cause
a
it would just
blink of an
been
eye,
too
I'm
much.
pretty sure.
Been too much.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm like I said. Like people say that that movie was overstuffed. Apparently, right?
And then
Like,
that would make
didn't
it
they?
even more overstuffed.
Yeah, I'll say this though. Add in the deleted scenes. Like I want, and I know that you're gonna be like, oh, come on. I want a web cut. I want
No,
a
I just
web
want
cut.
Amazing Spider-Man 3. I don't
I
care
want
about
a
web cut. I
web
care about
cut. It
Amazing
will be
Spider-Man
like
3.
closure. And obviously, after that, you know what the fans will want. Like the fans wanted for Justice League, they wanted the Snyder cut, and then they give them the Snyder cut, and they're like, hey, you know what you should do? You should restore the Snyderverse. And then it's kind of a never-ending kind of thing. Like I know for Marvel movies, like MCU movies, they don't have extended cuts because Overlord Feige wouldn't allow. No, but I think the thing about it is that it's basically like Kevin Feige's vision, sometimes through the eyes of a director. Honestly, and would you say that's kind of true? Unless it's Joss
I,
Whedon
I,
and it's just kind of basic. But
I'm totally,
yeah,
honestly, totally fine. I'm
I
glad
think
what we
early
have in the
MCU was
MCU right now. I like it.
yeah. What do you think is better, Disney MCU or Paramount MCU?
I love Paramount and Disney MCU. I love both of them because Disney brought us
Which was better though?
some really good movies. They brought us Winter Soldier.
The Russo brothers brought us Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
No,
but Disney had it.
I'll say there are actually some similarities between the comic and the movie. Honestly, that's cool. But I'd say the comic was definitely. I don't know. I feel like the comic was like a better setup, but I think the movie sometimes also was better. Honestly, that's just kind of my spoiler to you. Honestly, after I've read it all, the movie and the comic are sometimes better than each other. Honestly, like I mean, if we didn't have the movie, we wouldn't have the before we get started. Does anybody want to get out scene? Like that kind of thing. But with the comic, it was definitely I don't know, like the comic was like darker. Like I think that was one of the things where obviously being darker is not like a good like not always like a good thing. 'Cause I know it's like honestly we're on this channel. I don't really care if we name drop it. We're proud of it. We're Christians and stuff like that. Being darker is like that kind of thing. But like I think that like it really does like drive home like the political thriller thing of it and stuff like that. And I mean if I like had an opinion on like Darker or something like that, I wouldn't like the Dark Knight movies and stuff like that. Like I think the Dark Knight movies are some of the best Batman things, honestly. Like, would you agree with that?
They're good. I
Yeah,
love Christopher Nolan as a
yeah.
director. I love The Dark Knight especially.
The one with Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Did you like Rises?
Yeah, I like all of them.
Yeah, we're going on so many tirades right now. It's crazy.
Oh,
Um,
wait. Let me pause this.
all right, thank you guys so much for watching, and be ready for next episode. And like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and till the next flight, we'll see you guys later.